Today we will practice volatility clustering model. I had sent a data set for today's practice and hopefully all of you have got it. BSE Sensex. This data is collected from Bombay Stock Exchange website directly, and it is a daily frequency data. And if you look at the data file, intentionally I had sent to you the Stata data file, but originally if you want to download from the website, you will get in a Excel form. So to save the time, all of you know how to export or import the data from Excel, or how do we convert the data from Excel to Stata format. So to save the time, I have shared you the data set in Stata format directly. So please open your data file first. There are 5 columns including the time variable. Time variable is denoted by date, and there are 4 columns. One is open, high, low, and close. So in Bombay Stock Exchange, it is a sensitivity index, Sensex data at daily frequency. So 4 types of informations are available. At the beginning of the day, the value is denoted by the open value. At the end of the day, the value of the index denoted by the close. And during the day, the index will fluctuate. So the maximum value is recorded as a high value and the minimum value is recorded as the low value. So there are 4 values of sensitivity index we have in Bombay Stock Exchange. Today we use this data set to practice volatility clustering model. We have discussed in the class the basics of the volatility clustering in the form of Arch and Garch, and different versions of Garch as well. So let us today practice how we can use those models in analyzing the time series data. The data I have provided you is a high frequency data, daily frequency data. It starts from, probably you can look at January 1990 and it ends at April 2020. So very recent data, and it covers the pandemic period as well, some parts of the pandemic period. So after the outbreak of the COVID-19. And so you can look at the behavior of the sensitivity index after the outbreak of the pandemic as well. Okay. So first of all, we need to convert the date variable, because date variable in your original data is shown in red color. That means it is in string format. So we have to convert it into a numerics form in byte format. So for that reason, first of all, we have to convert the date variable, and I already have converted it. So originally the variable was date, and probably now let us look at the data, and I will share the basics of it. Have you looked at the data file? So is it only 5 columns, or I have constructed the date variable as time? Just confirm me.
Sir, 5 columns.
Only 5 columns. So,
Yes, sir.
so you need to generate a time variable. So originally the time variable is is given by the name date in the first column. And if you look at the date variable looks in red color, that means it is a string variable. So first of all, convert it by using this command, generate. Let we denote the new variable as time. You can also put any name, but to make the similarity among all of you, let we denote the new time variable by the name time. So the command is gen, or simple G. You can write G space time is equal to date within bracket, date comma within double inverted comma DMY, capital D, capital M, capital Y. And perhaps you know the meaning of this command. DMY means the date variable originally given to you in this format, day, month, year. So first one is the date, second one is the month, third one is the year. So as the data is given in this format, you have to mention the format given to you. So first execute this command, G time is equal to date within bracket, date comma within double inverted comma DMY bracket close. After executing it, look at the data file, data browser. You have got some numerics figure, so you cannot identify whether it provides the date or any other things. So we need to format it. As it is a daily data, the command is format space. We have generated the new time variable by the name time, so you have to write here time space percentage TD. TD indicates time, daily format. Okay. Now look at a new column is generated at the end with the heading time, and you can now easily recognize this variable is a time variable indicating different dates. Okay. Now look at the date variable first, or time column. January 1, January 2, January 3, etc. In this way, you can find some gaps in the time variable. Okay. Why this kind of gap appears? Because you know the stock market remain closed on Saturday and Sunday, as well as any holiday. So during the holidays, you will not get any information. So during Sunday or during Saturday, we have no information. For that reason, if you look at the time column, you have generated the new variable time. So if you look at the time column, you will find there are some gaps. There is no gaps in the form of row. Rows are continuous, but the dates, 1st January, 2nd January, 3rd January, 4th January, 5th January, then probably you will get a gap. There is no 6th January, 7th January, then you will get 9th January, etc. So there are some gaps. Okay. Now, before using this data, you have to have some basic idea about the nature of the data. So it indicates the sensitivity index, Sensex. So Sensex provides you a summary information of the performance of the stock market, Bombay Stock Exchange. So in this index, you know, in a secondary stock market, a lot of equities, shares, etc. Bought and sold during a day through the brokers. So this index provides you a summary measure of the performance of the market. Just a minute. এই ফোনটা নিয়ে যাও। So Sensex
স্যার কয়েকজন একসেপ্ট করতে বলছে আপনাকে।
আচ্ছা, জয়েন করেছে? ওকে। So Sensex provides a summary information on the performance of the stock exchange. So by looking at the behavior of the Sensex, we can understand in macro sense the price movement of the stocks, price movements of the shares, whether it uprising or downfalling, etc. And accordingly, we can calculate the return. Okay, how do you get return? If you have some basic idea about the financial market, return can be calculated normally by taking the difference of the price change. Okay, so if we treat Sensex as a representative for price for all stocks in transactions in the market, so if you take the first difference, you can have the value return. So why it is called return? Because in a stock market, if you invest some money in a stock, the return can be obtained in the form of a capital gain or capital loss. So capital gain means, suppose you are buying some stocks at rupees 10 per stock, and suppose suddenly the price of that stock increased by 5 rupees, that is 15. So the excess money you can get if you want to sell it is denoted as the return. Okay, so for that reason we can calculate return by taking the first difference of the stock price. So Sensex denotes the summary measure of the stock price. So if we look at the behavior of the Sensex, we can get the summary behavior of the stock price of all stocks together. Okay, so to calculate return, we need to find out the first difference. That is, out of the 4 columns, that is open, high, low, and close, let us select the closing value of the index. So if we take the difference of closing value today from the closing value yesterday, you will get the return for today like this. So to calculate return, we need to find out the first difference of the either closing value or opening value or high value or low value. You have to select any one. So suppose we are selecting the close value, that is the value indicated at the end of the day, the price of all index in the form of a sensitivity index. So closing value, suppose we are selecting closing value as a representative for the stock price. So if we take the difference of the closing value, we can calculate return. So to calculate return, we need to find out, suppose we denote return as ZT and the stock price as YT. So sensitivity index closing value, suppose closing value is denoted by YT. So how do we get return ZT? ZT is equal to simply YT minus YT minus 1. That is the first difference of YT. Okay, so to calculate return, we need to take the first difference. Now, from the given form of the date variable, time variable, in each and every week, you will have 2 days gap. That is, you have information from Monday to Friday. There is no information for Saturday. There is no information for Sunday. Again, you have some information for Monday next week. Okay, so to calculate the return on Monday in this given form of the date variable, you have to take the difference from Friday to Monday. That is, you need Saturday and Sunday including. That is, in that case, you have to take the different third order difference you have to take. Okay, so to avoid this kind of problem, we have to first construct another hypothetical time variable which shows a continuous variable. So in your given time variable, there are some gaps. If you look at the time column, there you can find some gaps. You need to construct a hypothetical time variable which do not contains any gap. So generate another time variable. It is a hypothetical one. So G time underscore 1. We have already generated a time variable, time. G time is equal to, from our given date, we have already generated time variable as time, but this time variable contains some gaps in every week. So to make a continuous time variable, we have again generated a hypothetical time variable denoted by time underscore 1. So you have to execute this command, G time underscore 1 is equal to underscore n. What does it mean, underscore n? If you put this command, you have a series of natural numbers. So please execute this command and look at the data browser. You have another new column at the end by the heading time underscore 1, and this column shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, etc. So all the natural numbers you have generated. Okay. Now let we use this hypothetical time variable as a time. So before carrying out any time series work, you need to first set which variable as a time variable. So let we set this hypothetical time underscore 1 is treated as a time variable. So you have to execute the next command, ts set time underscore 1. Okay. So we have set time underscore 1 as a time variable for our purpose. But I have mentioned time underscore 1 is a hypothetical variable. So by looking at time underscore 1, you cannot find out which value provides which date, because it simply indicates 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc. But our original time variable denoted by time, if you look at this column, you can easily recognize the exact date, the exact time period. So when we use this hypothetical time variable, we have to follow another trick. What is the trick? As Saturday and Sunday are closed, we need to generate another variable which is called the day. So there is a difference between date and day. We have date in this time variable, date 1st January, 2nd January, 3rd January, etc. And what is day? Day means Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. So let we generate another variable indicating day of the week. So the command is G. I have written here full form generate, but all of you know you do not need to write down the full form. If you write simple G, Stata will recognize G means generate. So G space, then you have to write day of the week, means DAYOFWK. The full form is day of the week. Okay. Is equal to DOW. DOW, its full form. In short form, it is called DOW. Full form, it is day of the week. Within bracket time. Now, if we look at closely, here we have put the time variable time, the original time variable we have generated, not the hypothetical time underscore 1. Okay, so generate day of week is equal to, so this is the name we have put here. So you can put any name, but as I already mentioned you, the name you need to put in such a manner that you can recognize that variable. So the day of the week, this is the short form I have written here, day of the week is equal to, so this is the command, you cannot change it. So you have to write DOW. DOW is the command. Within bracket, you have to put the time variable. Okay. Now look at the data browser once again. Another column is generated at the end by the heading day of week, DAYOFWK. This is the variable name. And if you go through this column, you can find the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this way. What does it mean? 1 indicates Monday, 2 indicates Tuesday, 3 indicates the next day, that is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and 5 indicates Friday. So we have omitted Saturday and Sunday. So if you look at this column, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So by generating this variable, we can locate another information. That is, if you go through the variable time, time provides you the date. Okay, but day, in analyzing the stock market, day is also important, because you know Monday is the opening day in a week. Friday is the ending day in a week. So in taking a decision on Friday and in taking a decision on Monday will be different. Why? In Friday, you have already 4 days in the week to have some idea about the nature of the market. You have some idea on the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and on the basis of this idea, you can take some decisions on Friday. But in taking investment decision on Monday, you have no any backup, because Sunday was closed, Saturday was closed. So your behavior as an investor on Monday and your behavior as an investor on Friday will be different. So by generating this variable, day of the week, we can also find out the effect of the day. Effect of the day, that is the behavior of Friday, the behavior of Thursday, the behavior of Monday. The behavior of Monday will not be similar to the behavior of Friday in the stock market. So we can differentiate between the behavior of the stock market by introducing this variable. Okay. Have you got all points up to this? Is it clear to you? So these are the additional tasks we need to do in analyzing the stock market. So what are the tasks? First, we have to convert the date variable from string to numerics by executing this command. And as in this time variable, there are some gaps. We have generated another hypothetical time variable, time_1, to locate the behavior of any day, either Sunday or Monday or Friday. We have to generate another variable, day of the week, by executing this command. So after the completion of formation of the time variable, date variable, days, then let we look at the variables we are interested in. So as I have mentioned, suppose we are considering the closing value of the Sensex. So first of all, generate a new variable simply by taking the log of the close. So close within bracket, this is the variable name you have in a data. And we are generating another variable by the name ln underscore sensex underscore close to recognize it as the close value of the sensex in log form. So how to get it? This is equal to ln means natural log within bracket close. So we are considering the closing value. We have converted, or we have generated the log values of the closing. Then plot your data. The log sensex close you have generated by taking the log value of the close. So just put this command 2OA within bracket line space ln underscore sensex underscore close space time. So there are two variables here. One variable ln underscore sensex underscore close, another variable time, and your plotting format is a line. Okay, you are familiar with the command TS line. TS line means time series line. So we are not using here TS line. Why? If you put here TS line, you will get the similar curve. But in that case, the horizontal axis provides you the time variable you have set. What is the time variable you have set? You have set time variable, the hypothetical one, time underscore one. Okay, so if we execute the command TS line, you will get the similar figure, but on the horizontal axis, you get the values shown in the column time underscore one, not the values shown in the column time. So we prefer this one because if you look at this horizontal axis, you can identify the behavior of the closing value of the stock sensitivity index during different time points. Okay, so simply for that reason, we have preferred this command of plotting a data. So the command is 2OA within bracket line space the variable name. We have generated the variable by name ln underscore sensex underscore close. How to get it is equal to ln of close. So you have to put the variable name. So this is one variable. Another variable is time in your data you have generated. So 2OA graph or 2OA line. 2OA line means x-axis and y-axis. So in y-axis we have measured the log values of the sensex. In the x-axis we have measured the time variable. So this is the behavior of the log values of the sensitivity index, closing value of the sensitivity index. Okay, you can also plot the original values of the sensitivity index at the end of the day. That is, you originally have close, you have generated log values of close. So this is the behavior of log values of close. So you can also look at the shape of the time path of the original variable close. So in that case, you can simply put the command TS line space close just to differentiate between the behavior of the log value and the original value. I have not shown here the shape of the original values, but you have the data, you have the software, so just it needs a fraction of a second to have the actual shape of the closing value of sensex. So there are some difference, and hopefully you can realize the difference between the behavior of log values of the closing sensitivity index and the original closing sensitivity index. And you can find out a sharp fall down here. This significant fall down, if you look at the time variable, it is during some point on April 2020. That is the outbreak of the COVID-19. So this is the effect of COVID-19 on the stock market in our country. The sensitivity index declined suddenly at a significant rate. Okay. So this is the behavior of the log values of close or original close. Now, let we construct the return. The return variable is not provided in the data set, so you have to construct the return variable. How to construct the return variable? I have already mentioned. Return can be obtained by taking the first difference of the stock price. So sensitivity index is a representative for the stock price. We have constructed log values of the sensitivity index. So if we take the difference of the log values, we will get what is known as the compound return. If you take the first difference of the closing value, you will get the return in simple terms, simple return. But if we take the first difference of the log values, you will get the compound return. So suppose we are calculating compound return by taking difference of the series by executing this command. So you need to generate another variable G. Put the name of the new variable return. How to get return? Return is equal to D dot ln underscore sensex underscore close. D dot means the first difference of the log values of the closing sensex. And again, look at your data browser. Another column is generated at the end. Now to understand the behavior of the new variable return, plot this variable by executing the similar command. Similar command means follow this command, two-way. So your command will be two-way space within bracket line. Now you have to write here return space time bracket close. Okay, you will get this kind of figure. Now try to compare the log value of the stock price and the return calculated on the basis of the log value of the stock price. So just if you look at the time plot, it indicates a trend. Trend is obvious, it is upward trend along with so many fluctuations. So you can suspect the existence of deterministic trend as well as the stochastic trend in this series. So the presence of stochastic trend means the series may be of random walk type. So we have a time less than 1 minute for this session. So after finishing this, we can start again freshly. So let me continue discussion till now. So this shape of the time path indicates that the stock price may behave like a random walk because it contains a stochastic trend. But if we look at the behavior of the return, return means the first difference of the stock price. First difference of the stock price, the behavior is completely different. So here there is no trend. But you have a lot of fluctuations. So many fluctuations are there. And the fluctuations are clustered. Fluctuations are not uniform. As the fluctuations are not uniform, the variance of this series is not a constant. So when the variance of a time series is not constant, it will be called the heteroscedastic model. Because we assume normally in carrying out any kind of linear regression model, the homoscedastic variance, that is the variance of the random error, is constant over time, but the shape of this behavior of the return series indicates roughly that the variance of this series is not constant. So if the variance is a time dependent, in that case, we have to analyze the behavior of the variance. So in a Arch and Garch model, the basic task is to analyze the behavior